Moving on to story number 3, Bahrain's opposition leader Sheikh Ali Salman has rejected all charges against him. The Secretary General of Al-Wafaq National Islamic Society said that he's been detained for democracy and freedom. The cleric made the comments during a court session on Wednesday. He's been charged with inciting hatred and regime change. Bahraini political figures have been banned from attending the court session, but representatives from the US, UK and France were present during the trial. Sheikh Salman's next court session will be held on February the 25th. He will remain in jail until then. Al-Wafaq says there's no legal or moral justification for Sheikh Salman's detention or trial. Bahrain has witnessed daily anti-regime protests since Sheikh Salman was arrested. In late December 2014, the protests have been brutally suppressed by regime forces. Joining us now on the line from London is former Bahraini MP, Mr. Jalal Fayrouz. Mr. Fayrouz, it's great to have you with us here on Press TV's Top 5. Tell us more about the charges that are being brought against the Secretary General of Al-Wafaq, Sheikh Ali Salman, and also about the authenticity of his trial. Many believe that this is all but a kangaroo court.
Yes, of course. The charges were, of course, it is like a repeated charges which is being acted on all the opposition, and that is that this person has called for illegal demonstrations, and they have spread hatred against the regime, and he has been in contact with foreign states. Of course, all these charges are without any basis. Both the lawyers inside Bahrain, there are a group of lawyers who have denied all these charges, and also on the international scale, Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, and High Commissioner of Human Rights have declined these charges because these are the sole right of any person as freedom of speech. So they are really without any basis. That's why Sheikh Ali Salman today in the court, he has denied anything in relation to these charges, and he has declined that. He tried to speak out about details, but he was denied to speak. And of course, today also in the court, the prominent members of the opposition were denied entry into the court. Members of the board of Al-Wafaq were denied. Lots of journalists were denied. Just few members of the diplomatic society have been allowed to enter the court.
Mr. Fayrouz, we've seen the prosecution and persecution of civilians, of medical staff and doctors, military tribunals and courts for ordinary citizens. It seems that there's no end to the extent of suppression and the crackdown that the Al Khalifas are willing to implement to quell the democratic aspirations of the people of Bahrain. But the main question is, how long is the United States and the UK and other Western countries, are they willing to stand idly by as these violations take place in Bahrain?
It seems that nowadays the interest of especially UK and for some certain degree the US are tied with the Al Khalifas because they just need the support of the Gulf states in relation to so-called coalition against terrorists, and that is which is not true actually, and also for selling arms and going ahead with the deals of the military strategies, like establishing a naval base for UK in Bahrain. those will keep these so-called democratic countries to stand by the right and by their own principles and the tradition values. On the contrary, they are standing by the dictatorship, and they can see how unfair and how unjust and how atrocities are being acted on the people of Bahrain. They are standing by the so-called people of Syria against the government. Just last week, they were shouting against al-Houthis in Yemen, and just for few people being on the streets, but they do not see tens of thousands of Bahrainis on the streets and being shot at, and every day they are being very injured. That is the double standard we are living in this world. That is very unfortunate, and it is so shameful.
Thank you very much. Former Bahraini MP Jalal Fayrouz joining us on the line from London.